Dahi. I'm gonna do a solo video just for you. I love you kids with the same wild intensity, but you're so different as individuals that sometimes these messages need to be just individualized for who you are and what I dream for you and wish for you. I'm in the dark again, sorry, but this is that time, the witching hour for me when I feel panic that you don't know how much I love you, and I worry that if I don't push play, I mean, the feelings for you are always there, the overwhelming love, but sometimes right before I go to bed, I just become gripped with this terror that you won't know, or that you won't understand. I don't know if any of us ever understand how much our mothers love us. I know I don't understand how much my mom loves me, but I know that it's unbearable sometimes for her. And sometimes it was unbearable for me growing up because love can be this amazing, encouraging thing, but it can also make you feel like you're responsible for someone else's happiness because they can't be happy if you aren't. I felt like that about my mom, and I'm afraid you might feel like that about me one day because I can't truly be happy unless you are, and I hope that doesn't feel like pressure. I'll do my part to ensure your happiness, I promise, but I'll get it wrong. What I think is a good idea won't always be what you think is a good idea, and yeah, sometimes we only know how to love as we are. We only know how to love as ourselves, and sometimes that's not enough for somebody else. But I'm always going to try and love you as wildly and fully as you can feel, and not just as I intend to or as I am, I promise. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting a bit distracted, but this video I want to talk about what I want for you. I don't even know if this video is to you or to the people that are in your life, that will be in your life, or that are in your life now. But what I want for you is for you to feel as special as you are. And the truth is, there aren't enough people in your life making you feel like that right now. And I take some responsibility for that. Sometimes you do what you can. You do what you can afford to do. In the Western world, you can't always be with the best people. Depends on what your job is, and where your job is, and where your family's from, and what your family can afford. And my dreams for you don't necessarily match my capability of making those dreams happen. If I could, I would surround you and drown you in the presence of people who understand that you are unbelievably amazing and beautiful, that your soul is so good, and you are so kind and capable of such goodness. Yeah, you're a wonder buddy. In my entire life, I've never wanted anything as much as I wanted you. I need not to get emotional for this video. I'm not going to make it through. We're walking around talking to you when you're in my belly. I thought you were a girl at first, because an elder, May kind of elder, put her hands on my stomach and said I was a girl, and I believed her, because, yeah, why wouldn't I? I remember walking around, I was working at this job, and I worked in the morning, and I was so tired all the time. Oh, pregnancy fatigue is a serious thing. And to stay awake, I would take my client for a walk. We would just go walking, and I'd have my hands on my belly, and he was nonverbal. He had Down syndrome. He was a lovely child. But I would talk to you, and he loved to listen. When I stopped talking, or when I started talking to him, he didn't like that direct contact. He wanted to go back to listening to me talk to you, so it was kind of perfect, because I would just put my hands on my belly and tell you how much I loved you and how much I couldn't wait to see your face. And how you and I are going to be the happiest people in the world together. And it's been true. That's been true. We've been really happy together. I think as a family we've had rough times, and we'll continue to. But you and I had such a special connection from the very beginning. Oh, you're my love, boy. You're my big love. We were inseparable. Absolutely inseparable. I never wanted anyone to hold you or take you. Well, there were people that I liked you spending time with, but I always wanted to be there. Cara, Tia Cara, Grandma, Andrea. When you were little, I always wanted those people around you because they saw you, they thought you were beautiful, they loved you. And they got my love for you. They encouraged it. Some people don't. Some people don't. Or some people kind of can see a parent and child and be jealous or think it's too much or, yeah. But I love that I have people in my life who encourage me to love you wildly. It ain't hard. It's automatic. Some of my memories with you are so bittersweet because a lot of what we went through together, you and I, it bonded us, but I wish I could have changed it. I wish I could have changed some of the poverty. I wish I could have changed the situations that I kept you a part of for too long. I wish I could have only surrounded you with people who saw you, who saw what you were worth and how much love you deserve. I've allowed people in your life who don't love you as much as you need to be loved. And I'm sorry for that. Even if I have all the reasons why and the excuses how, I am deeply sorry that I don't always have the means, or maybe the courage, or maybe the lack of fear. Sometimes when you're a mom, you choose between keeping your kids safe and choosing situations where your kid can be as ecstatically happy or as loved as they should be. And in America and a lot of countries, a lot of places, most places I guess, that's a choice you have to make. Do I choose safety and food on the table, or do I risk horrible poverty but accept no less than exactly what I and my child deserve? It's a hard choice, and I haven't always made the right one. You deserve to be seen through when you're feeling screamy and yelly and making your strange sounds and fighting with your brother and sister, which you don't do a lot. You're a good kid. But when you can't be talked out of your a bad mood, or when you can't be talked into being agreeable, or when you just feel really stuck behind an emotion, or defending yourself, or saying, I didn't do it, it wasn't me. Whether or not you're telling the truth, whether or not you're sneaking something or doing something you shouldn't, I want you to be surrounded by people who see through what you're doing. To that boy who deserves love no matter what he's doing, no matter how he's behaving, you deserve to be treated as though you're a worthy, smart, clever, beautiful human being, because you are. Behaviors are just that, they're behaviors. And I know I've told you sometimes that behavior is a reflection of character, and that is true. But I believe in your character. I think you have a good one. I just think you're perfect. And I want so much for there to be other people in your life who understand that you deserve more patience than you receive. You deserve more understanding. The thing about being a mom, the thing about me as a mom is when you hurt, I really do hurt with you. And when you're frustrated, I feel that frustration. And I add to it sometimes, and I'm sorry for that. But when you've done something and I'm upset, the entire time I'm upset at you, I'm upset at you because we're allowed to make mistakes repeatedly, the same ones. It's human experience. I do it all the time. Like getting upset at you. That's a mistake I make way too much. That alone should help me to understand you making the same mistakes over and over again. You're a child. You don't have the coping mechanisms I have, and I've invested in coping mechanisms more than the average Joe. So for me to expect you to understand or to stop making these mistakes is just foolish. And I'm sorry. I really am. I want you to be surrounded by people who are like me when I am ideal. When I am acting on all the ways I feel inside, which is overwhelming. I think I told you when you were a baby, I lost it a bit. Maybe a bit postpartum, but probably just who you are because I'm not postpartum now and I still feel that way about you. But I think I told you I Googled cyanide pills because from the moment you emerged from me, from the moment I knew you were alive in me, I knew I never wanted to spend a moment on this earth without you. Not one moment. It would be unbearable. I wouldn't want to bear it. So I Googled these pills so that whatever, if anything ever happened, I could follow you. Be wherever you were, even if there was nothing, if it was quiet and nothing. I just wanted to be in that nothing with you. I wanted to rest in the earth, in the urn with you. I still feel that way. I don't want to live a second without you. And that's not just breathing and living I'm talking about, but I hope that you know that I always want to be with you in spirit as well. Like, you'll leave one day, you'll have your own family, you'll fall in love, you'll have your own children, and like my mom does now, I'll miss you the entire time. And I'll want what's best for you, and I'll be really happy for you, but every moment you're not with me, there'll be a hole in my heart. And that's nothing for you to feel guilty about. You enjoy your life. You deserve the best life. And I might not need to be a part of it all the time. You'll have your own scene, and I don't ever want you to feel guilty about not being with me or spending time with me. Just know, I always want to be with you. I want other people in your life who understand what that feels like to love you so thickly and wildly and unswervingly that they can't imagine a moment without you. That's what I want for you. So, whoever watches this video, please know for a fact, this isn't my opinion, that you, that Adahi, deserves more than you'll ever be able to give. But you should give. And give and give and give until it hurts, until you can't figure out how to give more, and then you figure it out and you do it. There's this kind of psychological fact that children who are loved deeply attract more love by people who witness it, because when you see that something's valuable and precious, you treat it like it's valuable and precious. Gold is just gold. Silver's just silver. It's not as beautiful as turquoise, not to me. It's not as incredible as the forest that we chop down at breakneck pace, destroying our own lives in the process. But we've decided that gold is worth this thing. Gold represents so much value. And so we all want it. We'd all like to have a bar of gold or 1,000. And I want the people around me to see me treating you like gold and understand and accept that you are incredibly valuable, and that's on me. I need to up the way I treat you. I need to up my game and show people how precious you are. The more I practice valuing you, and the more I allow people to see how much I value you, perhaps the more they'll understand your value. This is going on long, this video, because I'm just getting started. I want someone who always talks to you, because you like to talk and you like to listen. You're like me that way. You're so curious. And sometimes you ask the same questions you already know the answer to, but I know why you do that, because I do it too. It's just to connect. It's to start a conversation. It's to say, hey, I'm here. Let's learn something together. Let's connect about something together. I want someone who talks to you with respect, who allows you to maintain your dignity as a human, who allows you to be silly and goofy and behave badly and be an angsty teenager, preteen, and to be disrespectful sometimes, because we've got it coming sometimes. I want you to be around people who understand your need to connect and to communicate. I want you to be around people who encourage you to understand that it doesn't matter how many friends you have. It's so nice to have a friend. I know that. You'll have one. You will. You'll have a good friend sooner than you can imagine. And until then, you're my best friend. So I extend the offer for you to see me as the same. Anyway, I want you to be around people who understand that. And tell you that your value isn't determined by the people around you who don't love you, who don't see you. It's only determined by the people who do love you and do see you. And I want you to be encouraged to hold out for the right people. Having a friend isn't the same as having someone who you're connected to in friendship. I think I've maybe always had one or two friends. And as I sit here right now, I can't think of more than 10 people that I would want to reach out to. People that I'd like to say hi to. Hey, remember the time we did this? But friendship is what Cara and I have. Friendship is what my brother and I have. And it doesn't matter how long we go without talking or how far apart we are. Friendship is someone who sees you and celebrates you, not tolerates you, celebrates you. Who looks forward to what you're going to become and what you are and where you've been and who you've been. And you'll have that. And I know I've said this before, but when you meet the people you're meant to meet, you're going to be amazed, because you're amazing. You are. You're no typical run-of-the-mill kid, buddy. Oh my goodness, we're at 20 minutes. I'm going to wrap this one up. Anyway, I think I'm all over the place because I'm tired and desperate to get through this message of love to you. But this is just kind of part one of what you deserve. Listen to this as much as you need to. Because this, again, it's not my opinion. This is true. You really are brilliant and you deserve so much love. And listen, something happens to me, doesn't change the truth. No matter who's around or how you're treated, this is what you deserve, this love. And you don't stop believing in yourself until you find that love. You don't stop believing that what I'm saying is true, because it is. It doesn't matter what the people around you might be reflecting back to you. This is truth. You are amazing. You are deserving of understanding and patience and love and investment. You're so valuable. You're gold. If the value of gold shifts, then you're diamonds. If the value of diamonds shifts, then you're turquoise. If the value of turquoise shifts, then your trees and your ocean and your forest and your rain, your water and your food, your sustenance. You're perfect. You're valuable. That is true. That is facts, babe. Facts. Whatever is around you that is not reflecting those facts back to you, who is not reflecting those facts back to you, bide your time if you have to, and then dismiss those people from your life. You don't need that around you. You don't. Now, there'll be times when there are people who tell you the truth about yourself and your behaviors, and it's uncomfortable. But if they don't do it in love and with love that you can understand and feel, then take that truth, learn about yourself, use it for self-awareness, but feel free to burn those bridges and not go back. People who make you feel bad about yourself, about who you are, people who shame you or demean you, they either need to get it right or cut them off. I love you, buddy. I'm going to show it more. I should go to bed now. I love you so much, baby boy. You're the love of my life. I'm a better woman because of you. Better human because of you. And I insist on becoming better and better and better because of you. And for you. And to you. I love you, Che Bugs. Chamus. Good night, baby.